lovelies, it's Sarcasm the Sickness, and welcome to my 1K Q&A video. I've been putting this off all day. I've been so nervous about recording this, so I'm sorry if it's a little weird and comes out a little late today. But I did tell you I would put it out this weekend, and it is still Sunday, so it is still the weekend. I, I okay. Before I get started with the questions and stuff, I do want to say thank you so much for 1K. Thank you for being with me on this journey. I'm gonna thank you guys even more later, while I'm thanking a bunch of other people as well. And ooh, I just moved my whole table. Whoops! I meant to move my chair, but I moved the table. I guess I don't know my own strength. Anyway, I'm really excited about all of this, and I don't know. I've been trying to figure out exactly how best to celebrate this whole 1K thing, because like I've said before, it's really, really, really important. It really is, and I'm so happy to be here. But I couldn't really think of anything else, and it turns out that I really didn't have time to stream this weekend, so I'm a little bummed about that, and I'm very sorry. The other thing is, I did mention maybe doing a t-shirt. I think I'm gonna wait on that. I might do a t-shirt maybe for 1.5K or 2K, later down the line kind of thing, because I didn't think about this before, but it's Christmas time, you know? You guys are off, buying gifts for your family and your friends and your loved ones and all that, and if I were to release a t-shirt design right now, it wouldn't get to you on time for Christmas. I mean, it's the 21st, and by this point, you've already spent enough money on other things. You really don't need another expense right now. I don't want to guilt trip anybody into, spending even more money than they already have, money that you may not have at this point. So, I think I'm just gonna wait on that, give everybody's, just let everybody relax, let myself relax, because I still haven't thought of even, what I would do for that, what kind of design I would have, although I was thinking maybe doing a, the Speak No Evil logo. If you didn't see that already on the Great Bulbasaurus' channel, he did the amazing logo for me, which is awesome. I'm very excited about that, and I can't wait to bring that to you guys. But I've still got some preparation as far as that goes, but hopefully I'll be able to get that out to you soon, because I am excited about that series. I think that's about it. We're just gonna dive into the Q&A then. Well, the first thing isn't really a question, it just says, congrats on 1K, I remember when you had 500 subs and when I subscribed, or, I remember you had 500 subs when I subscribed. Congrats on 1K, I remember you had 500 subs when I subscribed to you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the congratulations. I know a lot of people said congratulations on my skill link video. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate all of that. A lot of you said congratulations on Twitter. Thank you so much to you guys too. It's so important to me. Oh, I broke up these questions, by the way, by groups. The first section is Pokemon related questions. So this one is, what's your favorite Pokemon aside from Ambipom? Ambipom is actually not my favorite Pokemon. My favorite is Raichu, and it's been my favorite since Gen 1, obviously, and I don't know, it's just something about it. It's just so cute, but it's so tough looking. I love it. It's such a great combination of adorableness and badassery. Love it. What is your second favorite Pokemon is the next question. That is such a tough question because honestly, there's so many good ones. I love Dino, I love Scraggy and Scrafty, I love, God, there's so many good ones I can't even think about. I love, Noivern, I love freaking just so many of them. I love Ambipom, that is high up there. There's so many good ones, there's just so many good ones. I love Sylveon, I love Absol, just so good. I don't know, man. This is a fun one. How did you get into Pokemon? I got into Pokemon because when I was younger, my parents bought me a Game Boy Color and Pokemon Blue, and they didn't realize what they were getting me into basically by giving me that. It was just they were just like, hey, it's popular, maybe she'll like it, whatever. And now it basically sparked a lifelong love of Pokemon, and that's pretty cool, I think. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, I guess on that same subject, I've had a game from every generation. I had Pokemon Blue, I had Pokemon Gold and Crystal. Oh, and I had Yellow, I forgot about that. I had Pokemon Blue, Yellow, Gold, Crystal, Ruby and Emerald, which is why I have Omega Ruby now. Well, I had Diamond. I never had Platinum. I actually really want to play Platinum, and I might LP it on the channel sometime because I've never played it. I really want to play Platinum. After Platinum, I mean after Diamond, I had... Oh, Heart Gold. And then we went on to Pokemon White, because I wanted Zekrom. And then I went on to Pokemon Black 2, because I wanted Zekrom again. Because I'm a brat. I love it. Love Zekrom. Then Y. And now Omega Ruby. So, that's awesome. That's so much fun. Tara, what's your most favorite Pokemon and least favorite Pokemon? My favorite is Electros, obviously, and least favorite goes to Chikorita. Chikorita's not terrible. I mean, it's got a weird design, I guess. It's got a weird neck or whatever, but I don't know. Well, I already said my favorite Pokemon is Raichu. My least favorite? I don't know. I don't really have like a specific least favorite. I mean, I'm not exactly a fan of Garbodor. I think Trubbish can be pretty cute though if you draw it right. But basically, my least favorite Pokemon are the ones that are like really tough for me to draw, but also don't like Pokemon that don't have a cool design and are difficult to draw. Like it's just it's a weird combination of like you are ugly and you are also like not. You are also complicated. Like, how can you be ugly and complicated? That's not cool. That's not allowed. So those are my least favorites usually. Of course, that's really up to interpretation, but I can't think of a specific like least favorite. If you could, can you draw Anthro Pokemon too? And what's your opinion on Anthro drawings? If you don't know, Anthro is drawing like animals, or in this case, Pokemon, like in a humanish kind of form. Not the same as Jijinka's, where it's like a human dressed up as a Pokemon, more as like a Pokemon like with a human-shaped body, but like still with fur or wings or whatever, you know, feathers, whatever, you know, the Pokemon originally has. I do not draw Anthro very much at all. A lot of my first... Well, I think my very first video is an Anthro drawing, so you can go check that out. It's not too bad. But I really just don't draw it too often. I'm not very good at it, honestly. And I just never feel totally comfortable drawing Anthro Pokemon because I never feel like it looks right. I don't know. It's weird to me. My opinion on it, it's like, it can be done very well, but a lot of the time it is used to, like, over-sexualize them, and that kind of bothers me in a way. It's not like, oh, I don't think it should exist, because I know, like, there are weirder things out there, there are much worse things out there than Anthro drawings, and I don't have anything against it, it's just not my forte, it's not really what I prefer to draw or look at, really, so, that's that, I guess. And then the next question was, do you draw Anthro animals? Kind of answer that at the same time, not really, no. I have before, and I have taken Anthro commissions. I actually did take an Anthro commission pretty recently, but it just didn't pan out, so I actually ended up deleting the, I deleted the actual footage of me drawing it, because it was just, it just didn't go well with the actual person who commissioned me, and, I didn't want to post it, I didn't want to give him that satisfaction, I suppose. Oh my god, okay, my phone and Pedro's phone are going crazy right now, and they need to stop. Stop it! Last question in the general, like, Pokemon section. Actually, Anthro drawings Anthro animals isn't really Pokemon related, but it went with the question before it, so whatever. Can you spell your first name out with your favorite Pokemon beginning with that letter? Alright, let's try that again. I had to bring up my, my handy-dandy Pokedex app to remember Pokemon's names and stuff, so let's do that again. We've got T for Toxicroak, which is really cool, I love Toxicroak, A for Ambipom, R for Raichu, and another A for Absol. T-A-R-A. That's how you spell my name. And that ends all of the Pokemon-related questions. Next is YouTube-related questions. Group these all together. And the first one is, congrats on 1K, Tara. Thank you. My question is, what inspired you to start making videos on YouTube? It's a weird question. Not a weird question. It's a very valid question. It's a weird answer is what I mean. I started making videos on YouTube, I guess, to kind of, I started making videos on YouTube because I expected to only make videos really related to art stuff. I didn't expect to start, like, actually playing Pokemon, except for, like, doing, like, occasional, like, Pokemon/art related things. Like, it would have to be both kind of thing. I didn't expect myself to start, like, gaming at all on the channel, or gaming seriously on the channel anyway. So what started what inspired me to start was I wanted to take my art to the next level. I wanted to get my art out there for more people to see, because at that point when I had when I was first thinking about starting a channel, I was actually working for some YouTubers, you know, like with my art and stuff. So that was really cool, and I was like, well, what's the easiest way to get other YouTubers to notice me? What's the easiest way to get more work and get more noticed? And I was like, starting a channel, actually like doing this on YouTube for people to see. So that's what inspired me to start, and some people that I will mention later. Next question is, what are the next steps for your channel now that you've hit 1K subscribers? That's something I still have to think about a lot. Honestly, so far, it really is just staying the course. I have things planned for the future, but first the Omega Ruby playthrough has to be wrapped up. I want to wrap that up before starting a new LP, unless it's going to be like a really short one in between, but honestly, I don't see that happening. Obviously, I'm going to keep doing art stuff on the channel, because that's what it's built on. That's what it's built on. So that's always going to be there. No matter how deep I get embedded into like all the Pokemon stuff, all the gaming stuff, art has to be there first. So there's that. I've already said I want to get Speak No Evil running. I really need to get that started. Just more co-ops. I do want to do some more co-ops with people, and that's going to be really fun. That's really fun. I've got a lot of friends here on YouTube, and it'll be nice to just I don't know, just to do things with them, you know, to actually like do things with them. You've seen a lot of them on Midnight Noctiles already, so it's gonna be great. It's gonna be really great. I really do expect to have a lot of fun with that. Oh, I do want to bring competitive battling to the channel, and I say competitive loosely because I am not very good. So I mean competitive as in I am trying to learn how to be competitive. So that's gonna be fun. I'll try to take viewer battles and stuff. In that case, it's going to be very, very, very important that you have a Twitter and that you follow me, because it's going to be the easiest way to get a battle with me, because it's very hard for... It's just, you know, Twitter's like instantaneous. When you're on YouTube, you don't know if the person left a comment like now or 2 hours ago, if they're still online, all that stuff. It's just not easy to get battles off of, like, strictly off of YouTube, unless you are streaming, because at that point it is instant. So yeah, having a Twitter is going to be very important if you do want to battle me and have it on the channel and stuff. Obviously, I still have to beat the game to have all the Mega Stones and be able to do that, so it's not in the near future. I mean, it's in the near future, but, you know, I have to get the Omega Ruby playthrough out of the way. Basically, that's the biggest thing. I have to finish Omega Ruby, and it's taking so long. I'm so sorry. Everybody else is finished already, jeez. Almost everybody, of course. Next question is, what are your future plans for the channel? That's basically the last question, but it is a valid question. Yeah, future plans: getting Wi-Fi battles up, getting Speak No Evil running. I have some LPs planned. I do have a Nuzlocke planned. I do. Some of you have been asking about that. Next question is, will you branch out to other types of videos on the channel, or do you want to keep it based around art and discussion? Well, technically, I already have branched out from art and discussion. Of course, the first step of branching out was doing Pokemon Art Academy, which I think helped. I think that was nice to do that, to lead it into doing gaming and stuff. Obviously, I'm doing the Omega Ruby playthrough. I did the Super Rising Thunder playthrough. So, gaming is going to be a thing on the channel, and it's going to continue to be. There is Speak No Evil isn't going to be art-based. It's going to be very discussion-based. So there's that. Besides Pokemon games, art videos, sorry, and like discussion stuff, I don't see myself branching out too far. Maybe some other games. I do still want to play Five Nights at Freddy's 2, but that's just because I love that game. I mean, really, besides Pokemon games, the only other games that I might do really would just be like games that I just really love. So that's probably about it. That's probably about as far as I plan to branch at this point. Next question is, will you do another co-op with Pedro soon? Actually, today you already saw that I have started a new co-op with Pedro, and it is called Shipwrecked, and it's going to be so much fun. It's already been so much fun to record. Shipwrecked, if you didn't get the reference here, it's, you know, ship as in relationship, and then wrecked, like get wrecked. So basically, basically the series is us playing versus games and usually some very challenging versus games, like or very competitive versus games, I suppose. Like the ones that we're doing right now are Pokemon Stadium. So I figured that would be a good place to start because we are PokeTubers, so it helps to start on Pokemon games. We will branch out from Pokemon games though, so there will be that. There will be that'll branch out a little bit further. But right now we are focusing on the Pokemon Stadium games. So that's a big deal. That is a big deal. So yeah, I am starting another co-op with Pedro, and I do plan to do other co-ops with him, like co-op Pokemon games with him, or you know, like main series Pokemon games. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And the last question in this section, which actually isn't YouTube related, but I guess I grouped it in here because it's kind of, I guess it kind of counts. It's what inspired you to do art? I have already explained this in my very first video, I believe. My nose is super itchy right now, and I don't know why. Oh god. Yuck. Anyway, what inspired you to do art? I explained it in my first video, but what really started me on like actually taking drawing seriously was I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! And I really liked the art style. I really liked that style of drawing, and I was like, I'm gonna do that. So I started drawing Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters, and they are, I wish I still had them. I wish I still had those drawings because they are the worst things ever. I wish I could show you them, but they're so terrible. They're so terrible. I think I got rid of them because they were so terrible. I can't remember where they would be. I feel like I saved them, but I don't know where they would be. So yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Started me with art, and honestly, like, just from there, many things have inspired me to keep going. Other animes, of course, other artists. If you haven't seen her yet, one of my favorite artists who really inspires me is Purple Kecleon, PK. Her work is so amazing. It's so good, and that's kind of what I strive for, is that kind of level of work. So I definitely recommend you check her out on DeviantArt. It's really beautiful stuff. Or Twitter, there's that too. But yeah, so yeah, that's basically what inspires my art. And this is the last section of questions. This is the personal section. The first one is, could we see a pic of you? This isn't really a picture, but it is me. Maybe I will put a picture up, like bam, like put a picture right here or something. Maybe my Facebook profile picture or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. I'll decide on that. But I do have an Instagram. I don't know if I put that in the description or not. I really should. I'll try to remember. But otherwise, if I don't remember to put it in the description, occasionally I will post on Instagram, and you will see it pop up on my Twitter. So there's that. The next question is, do you like pie from you-know-who? What is your favorite color? My favorite color is orange. Love orange. Are you a computer? I certainly hope not. Next one is, what kind of phone do you have? I already showed you, but I have a little iPhone 4. A little old one. Look, you can see behind the screens. Oh my god, look, it's like Terraception. It's not a good joke, but that's me. Anyway, oh, you like my case? It's freaking Deadpool, dude. Love it. Anyway, I've got an iPhone 4, whatever. How long have you been on the internet? I can't even really remember. I've been on for quite some time, I guess. Maybe since I was like, I don't know, like 12, 13? I don't know, man. When does anybody start using the internet? I don't know, dude. I guess I started using the internet more seriously. Like, when I say seriously, I mean like when I started using like Sarcasm the Sickness as my handle. I would say I did that around like I don't know, like around like between like 9th and 10th grade, I think, is when I started like really like taking it seriously and really having like an internet handle and being like being places and like needing to be places on the internet. Next question is, what is your opinion on curries? I do not actually even... Curry is a food, right? Next question. How was your first kiss? Sloppy, gross, etc. My first kiss, and this is quite the story here. And not even quite the story, it's just a story, I suppose. My first kiss was when I was in 8th grade. And at that point, I was dating a boy in 6th grade. And that sounds a little weird, and it is really weird, actually. But the biggest thing was, at that point in my life, my two best friends were dating a lot. Like, they had been through like 7, 8 boyfriends by that point, and I'd seen it all. Like, I'd seen them go through all this stuff, and like, I don't know, it just, like, they'd always make fun of me for nobody wanting to date me and stuff, and like, other boys would, like, you know, make fun of me just in general. So when this weird 6th grader, you know, asked me out, it wasn't even so much that I liked him. I didn't even really know him that much. But somebody showed any kind of interest in me, and at that point my self-esteem was so low that I was just like, yeah, sure, whatever. So we were hanging out in his room, and we were just, like, watching TV or whatever, and he was like, so you want to kiss? And I'm like, not really, because this would be my first kiss, and I kind of want it to be special. I kind of want it to be, like, I want the moment to be right. And he's like, no, come on, just kiss me. And I'm just like, no, please, I really don't want to. And he just badgered me to the point where she's like, fine, freaking whatever. So it was basically just the worst first kiss ever. There was no sparks, there was no magic, there was no, like, wow, this is what it's like to kiss another human being. No, it was just really lame and boring, and I wish it hadn't happened. So, oh well, that happened, I guess. Next question. Tara, why are you so perf? Because I'm not perfect. You're wrong. Stop. Next one is, congrats, you ragamuffin, you... Now my question is, I want to thank you for being such a good friend to me, but I want to ask, why are you so kind to so many people? Thank you, Paul. Hi, Paul. That's the PokePaul, by the way. Go check him out. Go check him out on YouTubes and Twitter and stuff. Honestly, as far as, like, why am I so kind, I guess it's kind of just in my nature. I don't really have it in me to be mean. Like, I mean, I can be mean. I really can. And those of you following my Twitter have probably seen that. But for the most part, I really don't have it in me. For the most part, I really, like, you really have to push me and push me and push me to get me to a point where I'm actually going to be, like, nasty towards you. And, I don't know, it's just, I guess I just want to help people. That's one of my biggest goals with YouTube, is to just help people. Like, there's, like, a lot of my favorite YouTubers, I watch them because when I was depressed and when I was down, they made me feel better. They made me feel welcome. They made me feel important. And I want to give that back. And maybe that's why I'm so nice usually, and that's why I, you know, talk to people during my art videos instead of just, you know, slapping some music and speeding it up, which is fine. You know, that's totally fine. A lot of people do it. But I like having that more personal connection with you guys. I like having that more personal, like, touch to the videos. So, I don't know, it's just, I guess I just am this way because I guess I just want people to be that way to me. And in my life, there has been a lot of people who were very cruel to me. Basically up until, well, basically, like, anybody that I met in high school besides, like, one person, like 1 or 2 people, were just complete jerks. And when I went to college, I made some friends there, but then I dropped out, and, you know, and then from there, a lot of guys that I dated were complete jerks. And I've just been through so much as far as, like, people being just cruel, that I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to be part of that crowd that just spends all of their time breaking other people down and crushing all their dreams into the dirt and saying mean things just for the sake of saying them. Like, if they need to be said, then fine. You know what? I'm not gonna lie and say that I won't ever say mean things. I will, and I do. But they're not, I would not consider them unjustified. I would not consider them, like, just spur of the moment. I wouldn't consider them, like, just bullying, just, like, straight up, like, I just want to make somebody's day worse today kind of things, you know? So I don't know. I guess that's that. I don't really have much else to say on that, I suppose. Oh, and here's the last 2 questions in the personal section. I'm just going to group them together because they are the same thing. This one says, you and Pedro are so talented, with a little heart, thank you. And then it said, how did you meet him? And then the last question is, how did you and Pedro meet? Now this is a story. This is a story and a half. At this point, when, like, just before I met Pedro, I had done commission work for Hermzar and Bice Productions, and they were both friends with Pedro. and they were in a Skype group together with a bunch of other people that I am now a part of. But you know, and I guess Pedro at the time was like, "Hey, like who did your artwork?" And they're like, "Oh, Sarcasm the Sickness. You know, here, link to the channel and check her out. You know, whatever." And from what he says, he took a liking to me. He liked the way that I he liked the way that I did my videos. He liked my art. He liked the way my voice sounded, and and he liked that I had passion for my work. He liked that I had passion for YouTube, and I had passion for, you know, like just all the stuff that I love to do, I guess. And you know, after a bit, he decided, like, hey, why don't we add her to the group? You know, she talks with a lot of she talks to like PokeTubers and stuff, and you know, she obviously talks to you guys. She'll fit in just fine. So they added me to the Skype group, which is Perch, which is a version of the Midnight Noctowish chat, just where just kind of like the chill chat, as far as that goes. And I met him officially there, and honestly, at that point, I didn't know who he was. I didn't watch Lumio Station, so I hadn't like branched out that far at that point. There were really very few people that I did watch, and he just wasn't one of them at the time. And honestly, there were a lot of bigger people I didn't watch. I wasn't subbed to Nappy at the time. I wasn't subbed to Callum. Like, there was a lot of people that I just didn't watch at that time. So it wasn't really anything like against him, like, oh, he's a smaller YouTuber or whatever. It's like, no, I just didn't watch him. But he was nice enough to me in the chat, obviously, or in the calls and stuff, and you know, and everybody really was very nice. There were a couple people who we started off rough at the beginning, but that's partially because I was very timid going into it, and I really relied on Bice and Hermzar to kind of like ease me into it, I guess. Yeah, from there, we started talking more. It's, I think, our first real, like, private conversation, like, outside of Perch, was when I went to go try to follow everybody on Twitter so that I could actually be in contact with everybody. I couldn't find his Twitter, because I expected it to be the Great Bulbasaurus, but it wasn't. It's Bulbasaurus the G, and his Twitter name is his real name, so it wasn't, like, the Great Bulbasaurus at Bulbasaurus the G. It was, like, I couldn't find it. I just couldn't find it. And he messaged me like, why didn't you add me? Like, is it, like, he thought that it was because I had something against, like talking to other artists and other creative people, and that totally wasn't it. I was like, I'm so sorry, I just couldn't find you. So I found him, and it was fine, and we talked on and off from there. I guess how we, like, met in person, we had spent some time talking together. We, on his birthday, we watched a movie together via Skype, because he was across the country at that point. And that was really great. It really was a lovely time, and, like, we really did grow closer then. But, like, basically, like, around this point, I knew that he was interested in me, and I just wasn't interested in him. I really wasn't interested in anybody. Like, I didn't want to date seriously. I wanted to go out on dates and basically have guys buy food for me and take me places and, you know, just kind of, like, experiment around and just have fun. But he was, like, a lot more serious about this than I was, and I just really was just kind of like, ugh. I just wasn't ready. I just really wasn't ready at the time. I didn't think I was ready. But then he decided, hey, I'm gonna go to Pokemon Symphonics. You know, everybody keeps telling me I should go, so I'm just gonna go. And he's like, you're going? I'm like, yeah, I'm going. And he's like, taking you out to dinner. You know, like, after, like, the weekend after kind of thing. I'm just like, you know what? Why not? We talk sometimes. It's not a bad thing. We have stuff to talk about. We have Pokemon to talk about. We have, you know, art to talk about. It's gonna be fine. You know, it was just one of those things where I didn't take it super seriously at first. But we started talking after that, because it was one of those things where we both decided, you know, if we're actually going to go out on a date, like, serious or not, we really should get some things out of the air first, you know, just like we basically started off talking about, like, our relationship history and what we expect from this, what are we looking forward to from this kind of thing. And we found that we had a lot similar as far as, like, relationship stuff went, and and more so like how we felt about what happened. Like he would tell me something and I'd be like, wow, she really did that? And he'd be like, yeah, I know, right? Like who does that? Or, you know, vice versa. Like I would say like, you know, like, well, this happened with this guy, and he's like, wow, what a jerk. And I'm like, I know, right? And, you know, it's just like there was a lot of things that we really connected on over that. Like the biggest thing being communication. We both know that communication is very important in a relationship, and I guess communication is really what brought us together. It's just us like making sure that we talked more. We talked a lot. We talked a lot before symphonics, and it got to the point where we knew that even if we knew that the date was gonna go fine, and we knew that we were gonna, you know, be together after that, and we were just waiting to actually see each other in person to make it official. And he it was really nice when we met officially. I was really worried because he had to travel like across the country in like a week, and he was tired, and, you know, driving by himself like all day or part of the night and stuff, and it was just, I was scared to death. I really didn't want anything to happen to him, you know. And the day that he was supposed to meet me, he was late, and I was so scared. I was so scared that something happened because I couldn't get in contact with him or anything. And then I got the text that he was outside, and I got up and I went outside my house, and I didn't see him at first, but I remembered he told me that his car was orange, so I started looking around for an orange car, and I saw it, and I saw him getting out, and I just stood there like really awkwardly because I wasn't really sure what to do. I didn't know if I should call out to him. I didn't know, and he started looking around, and he saw me standing out there, and I kind of, you know, waved at him and came across the street, and I don't know, I didn't really know what to do, and he didn't really know what to do either. We both kind of stood there staring at each other for a second before I ran over and just threw myself into his arms, and that's a memory that I hold really dear, and I think about it a lot, actually, because, I don't know, it's just really important to me, I guess. It's just really important to me, because it was that moment where, like, I had to finally, like, say to myself, like, this is real, this is actually happening, you know, this isn't just some online whatever, this is actually physically real, and that was huge. That was really huge for me, and for him, I think, too. It was just a very big deal. So that's that, I guess. We met in a Skype group, and then we met outside my house. That wraps up all the questions. So thank you, everybody, for sending in questions, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really do. That was a good over half hour, almost 40-minute Q&A session kind of thing. Maybe half hour, because I did talk a little bit at the beginning. Whatever. Anyway. This is the part of the video where I go and get all sappy, even more sappy, I guess, because that last question was kind of sappy. And I go and thank people for helping me get here. I do kind of want to start at the beginning of my journey here. And I'm going to start with Mr. AGZ. When I was looking into when I started looking into the Pokemon community, I found Mr. AGZ. And at that point, he was doing live streams like 3 times a week. Like, it was insane. Of course, that was during Christmas break, so he had more time at that point. He's a teacher, so he doesn't have a lot of time for it right now. Or as much time, I guess, as during like the summer and during break. But it was just, at first, it started off as just like his streams were just something to do, because I didn't really have a lot. I wasn't working at the time, and I don't know, I just felt really crummy about myself. It was just like somewhere to be at the time. As I started really talking more with more people there and started talking to him more, I really grew to like him, and I really grew to like that community that he had built, really. It's just like, I say community as in like everybody who would show up consistently, and the people that we would talk to every day or every other day or whatever, and it was just really great. And I started drawing him fan art, because I was like, whatever, I've got nothing better to do, and I just wanted to show the appreciation, you know, I wanted to show him that I appreciated what he was doing. And, he contacted me, what is it, I think I won a giveaway of his, and he was, like, went on my channel and was like, hey, you know, like, did you draw your banner? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, that's really good, that's really, really good. And that's when I decided, you know, like, not only has, you know, he given me something to do on these weekdays or whatever, but he also thinks that my art is pretty decent, and that really encouraged me at the time. So that's when I started doing fan art for him. And then he asked me, or he asked the group, I suppose, to if he, or he had a contest. He had a contest for his logo, and I won the of course I entered the contest, and then I won the contest. And he showed that logo to Abdallah Smash 026, who I then started working for, and that was a really big deal as well. Because, well, first of all, he gave me some of the equipment I needed. He gave me this headset that I still use as part of the payment for the first drawings and stuff that I did for him. So that's really cool. And, you know, of course, like, he gave me several shoutouts, and I know a lot of people did come to my channel from his channel, and a lot of people came to my channel from Mr. AGZ's channel. And really, that's where it all started, was Mr. AGZ and Abdallah Smash 026, because they both did encourage me to start posting my art on YouTube and posting, you know, the speed art stuff, and they're just like, hey, like, I think you could do very well with it. And that's where it really all started, and that was really good. That was really good to have two people who are already in the, who are already on YouTube to help me out with stuff, and that was really great. Mom, stop calling me, please. I'm so sorry. I will get back to you in a moment. Next, I want to talk about some people that I met through Mr. AGZ. And the first being the average Joe. He has been... Joe, you've been so good to me. You really have. Joe is a really great guy. If you're not already subscribed to him, you should, because he's almost at 10K. He might already be at 10K. I'm not even sure, dude. But Joe has always been encouraging me, and we've done two co-ops together actually on his channel, and that's really cool. And just, we talk all the time. Joe is just a really great guy, and he's, like I said, he's always been encouraging me and, you know, just cheering for me, and it's just been really great. It's just been really, really great. The other people who support me, the squad. I do have a squad. That would be Broken Wolf, Haru Val, Josepe, Vero, Neo Galaxy Storm. I did meet Neo IRL at Pokemon Symphonics, or after Pokemon Symphonics, I guess. So Neo, you're the real MVP. I've got Ty, I've got Daniel, I got Allie. Just, did I miss anybody? Please, if I miss anybody, I'm so sorry. But I got squad, and they're all lovely, lovely, lovely people, and we just chit chat and we blow off steam together, and it's just really great. And I do want to thank Still Just Mike, who also has been very encouraging to me as well. He was also part of one of the co-ops that Joe and I did, and it was really great. He's just a really cool guy. Also, I'll try to remember to put all these links in the descriptions. There's just going to be so many, dude. Next, I want to go into people that I met when I joined that Skype group that I told you about. Well, Hermzar and Bice Productions I met before that. They're very, very, very amazing people. Check out their channels, please. I'm trying to get Hermes to 1K before the end of the year. Please, please, please check him out. He has really great content. He's doing skits more often, which I love. I love his skits. They're so great. He does battles. He does Wonder Cup battles, which are really fun. They're so good. I did a Wonder Cup battle with him a long time ago at this point. He's just a really great guy, and I really think you should check him out. Same with Bice Productions. He's really awesome. And he's got a co-op on Pedro's channel, which is great. You should definitely check that out. But Bice needs to get back into doing YouTube more often. And he's a very good battler. He's a very good competitive battler, so you should definitely check that out if you want to, like, get more strong in that area, I guess. I'm definitely going to be taking advice from him, trust me. Other people that I met through Perch would be Coolie Wiz, who I have now met in person, and he took me out for pizza the other night for 1K, which is great. Hey, Jamie. He's actually right in the next room, I think, right now, as I'm recording this. But, he's a really great guy. He does, like, all-around gaming on his channel. He does Pokemon, but he does a lot of other gaming, too. So, he's really great, and I do think you should check him out. He's doing a co-op with Pedro right now, the Wonder Wed Link, which is so freaking funny. You should definitely check it out. It's lovely. It's perfect. Also, through Perch, I have met Dirk, or Dirk Time, depending on which site you're on for him. Dirk is really great. I did meet him in person as well. I met him when we went to New York for the Smash pre-release party, we were in New York for, but we met him the next day, and that was really amazing. He's a really great guy too. You should definitely check him out. Pokemon content, of course. I've also met Miss Mime Jr. Katie is really great. I also met her in person on the way back from New York, and she's so great. She really is. She's such a lovely person. You need to go check her out. She does Pokemon content, but sometimes she does other silly games too, like she did a Tea Party Simulator. It's freaking perfect. You definitely need to check her out. And I met also through Perch, her boyfriend, Clouded. Hey Cody. Cody is great too. Definitely check him out. He actually is a graphic designer as well, or graphic artist, graphic designer, both, whatever. And his content is Pokemon content as well. Definitely check him out. Pokegen, the Pokegen, who's just precious. I love Jen. I did her mascot as well, and obviously Pokemon content. She's just really lovely. She's so much fun to talk to. We almost met her, but we just couldn't. Things didn't work out quite right. Oh, I'm sorry. Craig Master Flex. Craig doesn't quite have a channel yet. I'll still put it in the link though, because he is gonna start uploading in January. You better start uploading in January, Craig. Ooh, you promised. And Craig, I did meet in person. I met him when I met Durka, and he's just really funny, and he's really great, and somehow really embedded in the community, even though he doesn't actually have a channel yet. So you should definitely sub to him in anticipation for him to be uploading. Give him a reason to upload, please. Also through, sorry, I've got this big list going. Also through Perch, I met Shino World, and Shino Bin Trill has been very encouraging to me as well, and he's just a really great dude. Probably most of you have already heard of him. If you have not, definitely check him out. He's on Lumio Station. Obviously, his channel is very awesome too, and he does lots of Pokemon stuff, lots of competitive battling. I need to battle him at some point, but I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked, so maybe a little bit further down the line. Or did I already battle him? I feel like I did. Did I? I feel like, no, I battled somebody and they kicked my butt, but I can't remember at this point. Oh well. Recently added to Perch, the Fleeting Ferret, who I actually met in my own comment section, and she asked me to check out her videos, and I've been subbed ever since, because honestly, her content is great. She does Pokemon content as well, of course. Most of these people do, really. There's only a few that don't. She's so pretty, okay? Like, I know there are people who watch female Poketubers only for the face cam and only for, like, the voice and all that. They're just, like, that's gonna happen. But if you're on the lookout for cute Poketubers, definitely check out Claire. She is adorable. Oh my god, please. But otherwise, she's very well spoken, and she's a decent battler, and so just definitely go check her out. She's really great. She really is, and I want to see her do very well. I really, really do. So do me that favor and go check her out. Also, continuing on the trend of female tubers, I suppose, but this time more art related, and she doesn't have any face cam, so there's that. But okay, please let me say this right, because I don't think I've ever said it right before. Kuro Ryushin, who I just call Kuro usually, I met over Twitter, and she has just been a huge inspiration for me as far as art goes, and she's been my art buddy for quite some time now, and we constantly are showing each other art, and we're constantly, like, doing fan art for each other and stuff, and, we really need to get, Kuro, we really need to get a, we really need to do, like, a serious, like, collab project. We really do. It's gonna be great. But she does have a channel as well, and she uploads speed art, and she does art for a lot of Poketubers, so you should definitely check it out. She's just really great, and she's really kind, and honestly, just, I don't know, I just can't wait to see her flourish. I can't wait to see, like, not only her art and her channel bloom, but her confidence bloom as well. And, girl, just know that I love you, alright? Seriously. Okay, next section is bigger Poketubers who maybe haven't been completely directly involved all the time, but have been very encouraging to me nonetheless. First, I'm going to start with Shady Penguin, because Shady Penguin is part of the reason that I started this channel in the first place. Just because I don't know. I guess the biggest thing was he is very real in his videos. Maybe not as real as me, like literally telling stories about my childhood and literally telling stories about like how I feel about certain things and events and whatever. But he's very honest. He's very open, and I think that's important for the channel. I think it's important for a lot of YouTubers. Oh, I thought there was something on my screen. I guess it's something in the background. Whoops. Anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, he's just been a very big inspiration for me. Also, I did have a battle with him on Lumio Station, and I know a lot of people, or at least a decent amount of people came to my channel from that. So thank you so much for having me on Pokemon Scrapbook before that ended, or I guess ceased for a little bit. I think he said it's coming back eventually, but you know, for now. So that's really big, and I thank you so much for that. I really do. Oh, I also met him at Pokemon Symphonics, so that was a big deal as well, and he was very kind to me, so thank you. Speaking of Pokemon Symphonics, when I was there, I met a lot of great people. I met Morgan Want, Nate Wants to Battle. I met the Heated Mo, who is adorable. He's precious, okay? He keeps... The very first words that he said to me when Pedro introduced me to the group was, "Hi, I'm awkward." And everybody just kind of looked at him like, what? It was great. Mo is great, so, thank you. I met Nexus, who has been very encouraging to me and has been giving me advice for quite some time now. So thank you, Nexus. And, I'm missing people, aren't I? Oh, freaking duh! That's why, I haven't written down separately. I met the King Nappy at Pokemon Symphonics, and I know a lot of people came to my channel through his vlogs, so hi those people, and thank you, Nappy. And, I met PK Sparks at Pokemon Symphonics, but Pedro and I also went with him and roomed with him, when we went to New York to go to the Smash Bros. Pre-release party. So I was in a couple of his videos there. I'm actually I try to be more consistently at his streams now too. Like I said, I was in a couple of his videos. I was in a couple of his vlogs, and PK is just a really great guy. He really is. Like, I know there are people who are like, oh, they just seem this way, or oh, people just like them because they're already so famous or whatever. No, okay, PK Sparks really is genuinely a great guy, okay? Like, seriously. And if you don't think that, you're wrong. You're literally incorrect. You are literally wrong. I don't care what you're saying. PK is great. So thank you, PK Sparks, for being such a big supporter of mine, and, you know, encouraging me along the way, and just giving more light to my videos. I really do appreciate everything you've done for me. Oh, also, Jay, YT Gamer. Jay has been very encouraging me to... Wow, I can't words right now. Jay has been very encouraging to me as well, talking to me a lot on Twitter, you know, dropping likes on my videos so more people see that and stuff, and just a really great guy as well. So, yeah, I think that's about it as far as that goes. If I'm missing people, I'm very sorry. Okay, it's time to simmer down for a second here, because I have to give thanks to my biggest fan, and that is the great Bulbasaurus, Pedro. He's been really helpful to everything that this channel is right now. As you can tell, my thumbnails have been getting a lot better, and that's because he has helped me with that. I have layouts for things, and that he's been a huge help with that, or he's been the reason for that, actually. So, you know, he's really helped me make this channel look more professional and look a lot nicer. He's helped me handle things more professionally, which is great, because I really didn't have anybody to talk to about that kind of stuff before. He's really encouraged me with, like, opening up commissions and being more forward about that, so that's really important, too. And of course, we've been doing co-ops too, so that's really huge as well. I know a lot of people have come over to my channel from his channel, so thank you guys very much as well. But obviously the biggest thing is that, you know, I wake up next to him every morning, and, you know, he is constantly there to encourage me to do my best, and he's constantly there telling me that he's proud of me, and, you know, and telling me that I've done a good job with, you know, whatever it is that I've done, or whatever it is that I'm doing. And, you know, he's always there to give me advice, and he's always there when I'm down, and when I don't think I can do it anymore, and when I, you know, get discouraged about things, or when I'm, when I'm suffering art block, or when I'm like, just not in the mood to record quite yet, or just he's there for every little thing that happens in my life now, and that's really important to me. I mean, it has to be, of course. Pedro is my partner, and we are both very invested in YouTube, and we're both very invested in like our craft, mine being like illustration, drawing, stuff like that, and his being graphic design. And we're always there to tell each other that we're going to do this together. We're going to be working on all of this together, and we're always there's just a lot of behind the scenes stuff that you guys, like I know, I'm sure you guys know that he does help me out with a lot of stuff, but it's so much more than you could ever know. It's so much more than I could ever say. And right now, Pedro is my biggest inspiration for doing YouTube, and for drawing, and for just, I don't know, just like everything, I guess. And I really can't thank him enough. I really can't thank you enough. And I hope you stuck around long enough to even hear this part, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you. You already know the rest, I suppose. You already know. But obviously I did want to put this into the video and just make sure that everybody knew how important you are to me. And last but not least, I want to say thank you to all 1,043 subscribers that I have. I'm blown away. I really am. I thought, when I reached 1,000, I thought it'd be like, maybe like 1,002, 1,005 or whatever. I cleared that. I went to like 1,017 basically on that first day, and that was huge. And because it was that nice clean, like, like a good buffer on top of 1K just in case something happened, but I'm well on my way to, to getting that first 1,100, I suppose, and that's a big deal. And you guys are the ones there, dropping likes on the videos, and and watching them, or at least stopping by, even if you can't watch the whole thing. Or, there are some of you who can't watch right away, but go and catch up on it later, and I can't thank you enough. And, excuse me, that was gross. There are people who are consistently commenting on things, and, I try to get back to you as soon as possible, and I try to talk to you as much as I can. And there are some of you who I can't actually respond to on YouTube, and I feel so bad because I do want to talk to you, and I see you commenting all the time, and I just can't, and that bums me out so much. It really does. But, yeah, there are so many of you that actually do come here and actually watch me, and actually are engaged in these videos, and that means so much to me. It really does, because obviously I wouldn't be here without you all. I wouldn't be here, just from Pedro helping me. I wouldn't be here just from PK helping me. I wouldn't be here just from, the people in Perch helping me. I needed you guys to be there to back me up. I needed you guys to actually come here, watch my videos, and actually like them, and actually want to stick around, and actually want to support me. And I can't, obviously I don't take that for granted. That's the biggest thing. That's what a channel is. That's what a YouTube channel is. It's the viewers. It really is. And it's the subscribers, and I really can't thank you enough. I really can't thank you enough for constantly being here and constantly encouraging me, and I don't know, just wanting to hear me and wanting to actually watch me do things, whether it be art, whether it be gaming, whether it be stuff like this, I guess. And it's just, I don't know, it's just more than I ever could have asked for. It's more than I ever could have dreamed of. And at that rate, I don't want to stop here, and I want to keep going, and I want to keep bringing better content to you guys, and I want to keep bringing more content to you guys. I want to, I want to get better at my art, so you have more, like better art videos to watch. I want to get better at my commentary. I want to get better at, I don't know, just everything. Just being a better YouTuber for you guys, being a better PokeTuber for you guys, being a better art tuber. Is that a thing? Just being a better person for you guys. And I don't know, you guys, I call you my lovelies because I do love you guys. You guys really are important to me, and you know that's really what drives a lot of this channel. It's really what drives, you know, like the way I talk to you guys in my skilling videos. Like that's important. I want to talk about things that, for one, you might find interesting, or two, might find relatable. You know, and that's why I do that, because I want to help you guys, and I want to be. I guess I want to be like a voice that you guys can come to every once in a while and just be like, you know what, like maybe she doesn't get it entirely, or you know, whatever, but she's been through some hard stuff too, just like I have, and you know, just reminds me that we're all human, we all go through shit, and we all, you know, deal with stuff, and I don't know, I'm just really glad to have you guys. I really am. And I don't know, I'm sorry I couldn't have a better video for 1K. I really couldn't think of anything better to do. I don't know, I've just been really stressed out about the holidays and trying to figure out how to get home to see my parents and stuff. And there's just been a lot of stuff going on, and that's what my mom has been calling about this whole time, is, you know, trying to help me figure out how to get home, you know, in a few days. But I don't know. I just want to say I love you guys, and thanks for being here, and I don't know, just I hope that you guys will stick around. I hope that you guys will, you know, continue to hang out with me and continue to talk to me and continue to, I don't know, just support me as much as, you know, I've been trying to support you guys. And I hope you guys have a good night, because it is pretty late at this point, I think, by the time that this gets uploaded. Or if you're watching it tomorrow, I hope you have a good day, or had a good day, you know, whatever. I don't know. See ya.